I'm not really impressed with Brazil performance with the match against Morocco. I expected much from them, former world champion, and they have won it 5 times, and they have galaxy of stars, individual players that can design matches in moments. But their performance left much to be desired. After 20 minutes, Carlo Ancelotti was changing tactics, and did not really work. And although they had more control in the second half after changing Casemiro for Fabinho, but still, it did not have that feeling of the likes of Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. It was not really a vintage Brazilian performance. And teams like Argentina in the last World Cup, they lost to Saudi Arabia in the first match to one, but they grew as the competition progresses. So will Brazil be able to grow as the competition progresses? We can only wait to find out. But there's this guy in Morocco central midfield, Boadi. Wow, what a six! A true metronome in that central midfield. If although the guy has been on Arsenal radar for a long time, if you can get him and tell him to stay in Lille for like 2 years, like we did for Saliba, sending him to Marseille to gain experience, it's going to be a master stroke. He's a fantastic baller in that central midfield, and he's 18 years old. He really had a good game against the likes of Casemiro, Fabinho, Bruno Guimaraes in that midfield, Paqueta. He played very well, and he is unfazed by pressure. He's not being affected by any pressure. The guy just doing thing for that central midfield. So for Brazil to go far in this tournament, in this World Cup itself, they need to improve. No, this is not a team that can compete with the likes of France, England, Spain. When push comes to shove, will they be able to compete with those three countries with this type of performance? Although Morocco was very brave and very good. Brazil. When you're talking about Brazil, you're talking about a nation that dominate world football with their flair and samba. But at this moment, I don't think I can see that with this Brazilian team. I don't think I can see that at all. Although their performance was a bit improved in the second half with Rafinha and Bruno Guimaraes trying to carve out one or two chances, but still, it's not really give the Brazilian vibe. So they need to do better in their next match. Yeah, they need to do better.